Okay, I had a phone call today with the Howard County Sheriff. It was two different things. I was calling his sheriff's office on a Freedom of Information request between Gabriel Ellis, Jerry McClurkin, and Andrea Glassburn. That's the first part. Then, when I brought up that I've been butting heads with the Matt Deckard, the one in charge of the jail division, I want you to listen to this and listen to this closely. When I finally was able to talk to the sheriff about a multiple, not just one, but multiple threats on a inmate's life, I didn't bring up my name. And at the very end of this conversation, at 6 minutes and 35 second mark, listen very closely. I did not give my name. He knew who I was and the issue that I was bringing up to him.
If you know your party's extension, you may dial it at any time. To speak with the Kokomo Police Department to obtain a report, a release for a towed vehicle, or to leave a voicemail for a Kokomo police officer, press 5. Press 1 for the Sheriff's Communication Division. Press 2 for the Sheriff's Administrative Division. Press 3 for...
Press 2. And I will be doing what she said to do.
Howard County Sheriff's Office.
Yes, ma'am. I was making sure I did the right thing on a freedom of information request when it came to an inmate and having video visits with two individuals. Or am I able to go through your guys' you guys right there at the admin office on obtaining those records? Is there an easier way to go through you guys to get those?
You can fill out a public access request, but it just depends on, I don't know what the policy is on inmate videos.
Okay, well, the only thing I asked, in the Freedom of Information request, it's back when Gabriel Ellis was actually inmate with you guys, and meeting with Jerry McClurkin and Freedom of Information, obtaining those records, and meeting with...
I don't know if he's in. He might be out to lunch, or I don't know if he wasn't here earlier.
I'm butting heads, and I've actually got the one that runs the jail side on an...
Matt Deckard?
Yep. When I've actually got him on a recorded conversation where he actually admits that he knows multiple prices on a inmate's head. He knows about...
I have no idea.
Inmate, yeah. Well, he knows
let me just transfer you to the sheriff. Let me transfer you to the sheriff just a second. Your call is now being forwarded. Please hold.
Howard County. Did not give my name. Keep that and keep it close to this. In this conversation with the sheriff, I did not give my name. He knew the issue, the threats on a life of an inmate, as well as my name.
Yes, sir. I had a serious question for you.
Sure.
I've actually got Captain Deckard on a recorded conversation where I had with him.
Like I said, I did not, from this moment on, I did not give my name. He knew the issue I had as well as my name without me ever saying it.
Where he admits he knows multiple threats on a life of a inmate there in your guys' jail. And I brought it up to him. He's like, yeah, I know for a fact that there's at least multiple threats and pretty much the price on the head on an inmate's life. Flint Farmer. And when I brought this up to him, he's like, oh, I can't snap my fingers to get him into protective custody, call up IDOC. And I just brought up to him, I was like, do you know there's threats on this inmate's life, and why aren't you doing anything? And he's like, I can't just snap my fingers. And I'm like, you can get things done, just like in Delphi. There's threats on life, and if he remains in that jail, his life can be taken if moved into the wrong location. You see what I'm getting at?
Yeah, okay.
And when he
Yeah,
admits
he
that
admits,
he
yes,
does
he
know
can.
that there's threats on Flint Farmer's life, and pretty much, oh, I can't do anything. I can't snap my fingers to do something. I'm like, if you know there's a threat on an inmate's life, and you know multiple, not just one, but multiple, and it's true, there's things that can be done. Does that make sense?
Okay. Well, let me talk to my jail commander and let me check into that.
And if need be, I can actually send you the recorded conversation.
And mind you, the jail commander is Matt Deckard.
That's the one thing I love about Indiana. It's legal, and it is binding in court when I can show his own words. He knows about it. I can send that person to your email. And then I asked him, I brought up like the issues you guys have been having at the jail. I'm like, is it going to be one of these next found unconscious, unresponsive in the jail? And oh, it was a suicide. He's like, oh, so you're trying to say he's suicidal? I'm like, no, I'm trying to keep this from happening again. And instead of something being done beforehand that could prevent something, you even admit that you know there's threats on this inmate's life. But if you personally, as the sheriff, is there any way with what's going on with Flint Farmer and her case and how big this is, just like Delphi, they got him put into IDOC protective custody. As you as the sheriff, is there a way you can actually make that move and actually get him into protective custody with IDOC?
That's something I will check on. I will get off the phone here. Let me talk to my jail commander and find out what the situation is, and I will check into that.
Okay, and on the email I found for you as sheriff, can I actually send you that where Deckard's admitting that he knows the threats on his life?
Yeah, you can send it to me. You got my email address.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, send it to me.
Thank you, but if you personally can make the promise, see if you can get him an IDOC custody, please.
Let me see what I can work on. Thank you, Mike.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
As I was saying, not once did I ever give my name. And give me a second, I'm gonna look up the, what was their number? 457? I'll make a different one and I'll post that once I find out exactly which one of these is it. Give me a second. Okay, I found it. This is the phone call where there's part of it that's cut off, but you'll see Captain Deckard in his own words. I asked him name, badge number, and this is the conversation I had about a threat, known threat on an inmate's life. Him as the captain, just like the captain, all Jerry Astor's saying he has to get a hold of the captain over at the jail division about this issue. Well, let's listen to it ourselves.
He needs to follow the grievance procedure. The ACLU is...
How can you follow the grievance issue if you're not allowing the inmate the option to even give a grievance?
Do the same thing.
Well,
He has to follow the grievance procedure.
What is your name and badge number?
My name is Captain Deckard.
And you yourself admitted that you know that he's got death threats on him active right now. Yes?
I have heard that there has been some people, and I would assume there would be, considering how the case is. But I could tell you that he is not in danger.
Not in danger, but they've had one after the other inmate found unconscious, unresponsive. There was one that just got lifeline From where? Howard County. It's safe? Huh. Tell that to the other inmates that are dead. It's safe and secure out there. One issue after another. One after the other. Found unresponsive, unconscious, dead now. Oh, and it's safe and secure.
Okay, and is this going to be another suicide found? No danger?
So now he's suicidal.
No, I'm saying, is it going to be another suicide, which is your guys' little ticket to the punch to get out of trouble?
Okay, so this is going to be one of those conversations where you take digs at us, not an adult conversation.
I'm an FBI informant.
And yes, I brought that up because it's going to be brought up at Point Farmer's case, where the FBI informant turned federal witness in Karina's case. And when the Freedom of Information request gets fulfilled, you're going to hear a grandmother and her best friend, Andrea Glassburn, going and talking to one of the ones that should be held liable in her case, one of the main suspects involved. That jail conversations, jail visits, the video calls, they're all being forwarded to my email as we speak, both via Freedom of Information request, and then also I just put in for the public information request there at the Howard County Jail. These visits were one of them. Gabriel Ellis, one of the main suspects, at his daughter's apartment. Remember the live I had with Blaine? The hole behind a mirror? The exact wording where Marlena herself, in a conversation that is on video and audio with me, her own words talking about a hole in the mirror. The mirror was taken off at Gabe Ellis's daughter's apartment, Haley Tender's apartment on Harrison Street. The mirror was taken off, just like for Marlena, when they were giving her a tour. They gave Blaine a tour. Took the same mirror off, showed him the same hole that was behind this mirror. Marlena asked, "Why are you showing me this hole?" She said there was actually blood and hair still in it. And she asked who that was. "Why are you showing me this?" They said it was from Karina's own head going into that wall. There at Haley Tender's apartment. And then I've also got in text where I asked, the hole in the wall, where was that? And then Blaine himself says Haley Tender's apartment, Gabriel Ellis's daughter's apartment. But you're trying to tell me that it's safe and secure out there at that jail. And how many deaths have happened out that jail? I still think it's odd that the sheriff, if he had no intelligence about this issue, and me speaking up on this, how do you know by name? Me by name when I never once said my name. Huh. The more you know and the more they're covering up.